Hi. Yeah, it's really good to see you again. Yeah, I know we were texting about that. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. Okay, yeah, so I think we'll do a full body chiropractic assessment today, okay? And then based on what I find, we'll do some adjustments. Does that sound good? Okay, great. And are you comfortable on the massage table? Yeah, I've got your head a little elevated today because I think that will help, both with the assessment and then also once I start the cracking. Okay, great. I'm just gonna put on some gloves, okay? So are there any issues of concern today? Yeah, you mentioned the shoulders, okay? And then you said the hips? Yeah, okay. All right, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm essentially just going to, I've done this before. I'm just gonna feel your body, okay? And I want you to just let me know. I want you to just let me know where there's any pain, any discomfort, anything like that, okay? Any twinges? Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's this shoulder over here. Let's feel this shoulder over here. How are those feeling? Pretty good? Okay. So I'm just gonna feel actually. So when I kind of squeeze sort of this area right in like the trapezius on either side, when I squeeze that, yeah, okay. And when I pull out, okay. Is it doing okay? Okay. Let's try from this side as well. Okay, we're just gonna. So you're feeling a little bit of pain right through there on your right side. Okay, all right, that's good to know. So it's right there. Okay. And then when I press the similar, I guess I should say the sort of like the corresponding spot on the other side. How's that feel? Yeah. Okay. Not as bad as the right. Okay. 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 All right, let's feel down this arm here. Just give this arm a little tug. This is your right arm. How's it feeling? Okay. And when I pull the outside of the shoulder, a little bit of pain. Okay. And then does that radiate down the arm? A little bit, but not too bad. Okay. pull the outside of the shoulder. How does that feel? Okay. And down the arm. A little bit of pain in the upper arm. Okay, good to know. Right there. Okay. Just lay it down. Let's clamp down this arm as well. Okay. All right, so let's see. I'm just gonna side of the neck. How's it feeling? Okay. How about this side? Yeah? Okay. A little bit of tenderness right there. Okay. Like tap? Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's see, I am actually going to, so these are the hips, right? Okay, so let's work on, this is your right hip. Just giving it a little feel. Yeah, okay. And when I feel the outside of the hip, a little bit of pain, okay. Okay, and then when I can grab your leg, okay, and when I lift it a little bit, pain in the hip, some. And when I feel up and down the quad, no pain, no tenderness? Okay, all right, we're gonna put that leg down. There we go, and let's feel around this hip just a little bit more. Okay. All right, so let's feel around your, this is your left hip, yeah. When I feel the outside of the hip, tenderness, okay. Okay, good to know. Okay, so when I go down to the leg, I'm just gonna lift it, okay? Yeah, more pain, more tenderness, okay. And when I feel up and down the quad, yeah, okay. Okay, so we're gonna put that down. Okay, let's feel both hips. And then up into the sides of the body. How's that feel? Yeah? Okay. And when I feel along the flanks on this side. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna feel the ankles and feet really quick, okay? Yeah. Okay. Hi. Yeah, so let me just, I am feeling your when I feel the ankle, how's that? Some tenderness? Okay. Okay, and when I reach up and lift the knee, how's that feel? Yeah? Okay, all right, let's put it back down. Okay, so let's feel, this is your right foot now. Let's feel that. And then when I feel that ankle, also some tenderness. Okay, all right, good. And then I'm just gonna lift this knee, okay? Not as bad as on the left side. Okay, put that down. Okay. Let's just feel up and down these calves here. This is your right calf. And this is your left calf. Any pain, any twinges? Not too bad. Okay. Okay, all right, good. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, doing okay? Okay, so let's just feel back into these shoulders just a little bit. Yeah, I think this lines up with what you were mentioning, but I think cracking in the shoulders, hips, ankles, knees, and feet, those are gonna be the priorities today, okay? Yep. Because I know that's what you kind of spelled out ahead of the treatment, but that's also what's lining up for me in terms of what I'm feeling. Yep. Okay. All right, so I think we're gonna begin the cracking now. I am actually gonna take off these gloves just because it's easier. Just gonna take a sip of water. Okay. All right. You ready for some cracking? Yeah, okay. All right, so let me just get a good grip on this shoulder and, okay. Okay. Let's get a good grip on this shoulder. Okay. How's that feeling? Feeling okay? Okay. Let's go down this arm now. I'm just gonna feel the outside of that shoulder. Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna go down the arm. And I'm gonna do the wiggle, okay? Yeah. And we're gonna, there we go. There we go, and I think we got one. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay. Let's feel the outside of this shoulder. Yeah. Okay, let's go down this arm. Let's feel it out a little bit. There we go. We're gonna wiggle. There we go. There we go. Good, 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 good. Okay. Okay, nice. Good. Okay, good. How you feeling? Feeling okay? Okay, now I wasn't noticing too much in the neck of concern. There was a little bit on this side though, so we're gonna do just a few neck cracks and then I'm gonna move down to the lower body, okay? Yeah. Okay, all right, so I am actually just gonna hold the back of your head here and I'm just going to kind of gently cradle the right side of your chin and neck with my hand and we're gonna, yeah, okay, and then back to center. Yeah, good. And then, oh, that was good. Okay, and then I'm just gonna sort of get under that chin and just gently, yep. Good, okay, great. Doing okay? Okay, so let me just hold the back of your head here. I'm just gonna gently cradle his hand and good. Good. And I'm just gonna get under that chin. Great. And let's do one more. Great. Oh, nice. Feeling okay? Okay, great. All right. So, yeah, let's work. Let's feel these hips again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, since I've got you laying face up on a massage table, I am actually going to, let's see, I'm reaching up, or excuse me, I'm reaching underneath your left quad right now, okay? So I'm kind of lifting up the quad, okay? And then we're gonna cross it over your body, okay? Yeah, ready? There we go, okay? Doing okay? Okay, and then I'm gonna apply pressure to your left hip while your leg is crossed over. You ready? Okay, 1, 2. Is that okay? Okay, I think we got a few more cracks in there. Ready? Yep. And great. Okay, and let's get this quad and lift it back over. Doing okay? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? Okay, so let me, this is your right quad, okay? So I'm lifting it and we're gonna cross it over the body again, okay? And then I'm going to apply pressure to your right hip. Ready? And good. Ready? Yeah, and I think we've got one more crack, okay? Oh, good. Okay, okay, great. And let's put the quad back over. There we go. How are those hips feeling? Feeling good? Okay, and now I'm gonna do the swaying move that I've done before, okay? Where I'm essentially going to hold both of these hips and I'm gonna sway you in. Okay, great. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, okay? So I've got both of your hips here. We're gonna sway, Good, we're gonna sway. Great, great. Okay, and I think we're gonna do the move that we just did with the leg crossing over one more time because I think there is just a little bit more fluid in there that we can get out, okay? So I'm lifting your left quad, okay? And we're crossing it over the body, ready? And I'm gonna apply pressure to this left hip and, doing okay? Okay. Great, okay, and I'm gonna pick up this left quad and put it back, okay? All right, now same thing, right quad, okay? We're gonna lift it up and we're going to cross it over the body, ready? And I am applying a good amount of my body weight onto your right hip at the moment and okay. Yeah, and I think we got one more. Great, great. Feeling okay? Okay, and let's lift up that quad and put it back down. Okay, how are those hips feeling? They're feeling okay. Okay, we're gonna do your ankles and feet now, okay? And some knees. Okay. Hi again. Okay, so let's feel this left foot, okay? I am just feeling all around the foot at the moment. Feels okay. Okay, I'm grabbing the ankle. I am rotating it and yeah, and we're gonna rotate it again. Yeah, and we're gonna rotate it again. And I'm gonna do all 5 of the toes, okay? Ready? I'm gonna wiggle in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. You doing okay? Okay, great. Okay, so we are now gonna do your right foot. All right, just feeling this foot. Feels good. I am rotating that ankle and, okay, and we're gonna rotate the ankle again and great. And we're gonna rotate the ankle one more time, okay? And I'm gonna do all 5 toes now, ready? Okay, wiggle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doing okay? Okay, great. All right. So I'm now gonna lift your knees up, okay? All right, so I'm just feeling around this knee. This is your left knee. Yep. I'm just gonna get a good grip underneath the knee, okay? And I'm lifting it towards your body, and great. And down, okay? And we're gonna do that one more time, okay? Ready? I'm lifting, beautiful, and down. Okay, and I think we got one more crack, ready? So we're lifting, wonderful, and down. It's like I could feel that one felt good, right? Okay. All right, we're gonna do the same thing with your right knee, okay? Doing okay? Great. All right, so I'm just feeling around the knee. It's feeling nice. Okay, so we're gonna lift it up towards the body, okay? Ready? Great, and down. Feel that knee, we got definitely more cracks in there, ready? Good, and down. And great, and I think we got one more crack. Wonderful, wonderful, and we'll place the knee back down. Okay, how you doing? You're doing okay. Okay, so I think we've got a few more shoulder cracks, and then I think we should be all finished up, okay? Okay. All right, so let's feel, let's actually reach over this way. Okay, there we go. And let's, oh, yeah. I know, it's always your shoulders that have the most cracking in them. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is your left shoulder. Feeling okay? Yeah, I went a little hard on those ones. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's feel the outside of this shoulder. It's feeling good. Let's give it a wiggle in. Yeah, and let's give it a wiggle in. Okay. And I'm gonna feel down this arm again. And we're gonna wiggle. And we're gonna wiggle. Okay. And back up to that shoulder and press in. Press in. Okay, great. Okay, doing okay? Okay, so let's just wiggle this shoulder a little bit and yep. Okay, let's feel down the arm. So how are the shoulders feeling? Generally better? Okay, good. And the hips? Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, we're gonna wiggle it out. We're gonna wiggle it out. We're gonna go back up to the shoulder and press. Press. Okay. And then I think we've just got one. Oh. Okay. Just a few last cracks in these guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then I am just going to come in close and do the sort of, just going to scoot my arms under you, okay? And, yeah. Okay. And get those arms out. Okay. How are you doing? Doing okay? Okay, great. And let me just, okay, that shoulder is feeling really nice. And let me just feel this shoulder. Yeah, this shoulder's feeling good too. Let's feel down this arm. It's feeling really nice. Let's feel this hip. It's feeling really good. And let's feel this shoulder again. And let's feel down this arm. It's feeling really nice. And let's feel this hip. That's feeling good. Okay. All right, great. Let's, yeah. Okay, well, I feel like this was a good session. You know, I've never had you in this position before, in terms of adjustments, and we haven't been able to do the hip, like, leg crossing adjustment. Yeah, which I thought, my hope is that will really really make a difference in terms of the tightness that you've been feeling in the hips. Yeah, I think that's going to be a really good one. I mean, we've done the sort of the swaying, cracking technique before, right? But never that actual sort of like traditional crossover pose. So my hope is that that's really going to help. But let me know how the body is feeling after we did this session, okay? And yeah, and let me know if you want to come back for a follow-up session or what type of treatment you want to do next, okay? Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was lovely seeing you as always. And I'll just let you rest here for a little bit, okay? Yeah, because you're all you're all cracked out, as I like to say. So yeah, we'll just give you a moment. Yeah, I'll just let you rest. I'll come get you in a little bit, okay?